It's been 1 year since a Champlin man set fire to the Brooklyn Park Salvation Army. Jack Heinrich was convicted of arson earlier this year after throwing a flower pot through the window and using donated coats to set the building ablaze. It left the organization without its traditional place of worship and caused thousands of dollars in damage. This weekend, the Salvation Army is reopening its sanctuary. Emily Haugen shares why they say it's great to be back.
A church isn't a church without its people.
It's the people that make the church.
Spirits are high at the Brooklyn Park Salvation Army coat drive. But 1 year ago, the mood wasn't so bright after a vandal shattered glass and set fire to the sanctuary.
The congregation was very saddened by that and taken back that this would happen to a Salvation Army.
Vandalism that led to months of work and hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage. It also made that main place of worship unusable.
This is where the fire was, in this space here.
Captain Daniel Simmons started at this location this summer as his congregation was still cleaning up. His work has been dedicated to rebuilding ever since.
It's great to set up a space. It's great to move things around. It's great to clean and organize, and that's really, really important. But it can't be in place of what needs to happen for the community.
Overseeing as it came together, both in structure and in heart.
I think the deep desire is to reconcile. And I believe the congregation has gotten to the place where they are open to reconciliation, open to connection.
This weekend, the sanctuary will become a place of worship and connection once again.
This space, again, is just a symbol of who we are. If all we had was a tree outside, the congregation would meet at the tree and invite people to the tree.
But as the chapel reopens its doors, it's clear, inside this tree is more space to grow. In Brooklyn Park, Emily Haugen, CCX News.
The Salvation Army is holding its consecration service this Sunday at 11 in the morning. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner has identified the teen killed in a Brooklyn Park shooting this week. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner says 16-year-old Dirie Muhammad of Brooklyn Park died in the shooting. The incident happened Halloween evening along a sidewalk near 73rd and Zane Avenues North. Another teen was critically injured in the shooting. Police continue to look for the shooters, though investigators believe the shooting wasn't random. Metro Transit officials say the addition of private security has helped reduce crime at all transit stations except for the Brooklyn Center Transit Center. Metro Transit Police Chief Ernest Morales told the Met Council this week that the Brooklyn Center Transit Center faces, quote, larger societal issues that cause crime. Meanwhile, overall crime on transit lines is down 33% this year. Officials said proactive policing and increased law enforcement presence have helped reduce criminal activity. The Metro Transit Police Department continues to face staffing issues. They're partnering with Hennepin Technical College to find new candidates for the Community Service Officer program. A Golden Valley nonprofit received some special recognition earlier this week. Help at Your Door has served the local senior population for nearly 40 years. I had a chance to see their volunteers in action. Some household tasks are best performed with a helping hand, or when you have a massive yard covered with leaves, several helping hands.
The fall cleanup is happening around this time of year, so it's not something we do that often, but it's something when there's an opportunity, we can bring a crew together to help out.
Jason Grom is a volunteer for the Golden Valley-based nonprofit Help at Your Door. And this week,
she had a nice list for us to describe the things she wanted.
He joined family members and colleagues to help perform a number of tasks for a senior who couldn't do this on her own.
I have to laugh. I think of all the years, I did it myself.
This act of kindness is just one of the many services offered by Help at Your Door as they work to achieve their mission of keeping seniors living independently in their own homes.
We see a huge need for seniors, particularly in the winter months.
Karen Koch is the executive director of the organization, which serves about 1,000 seniors around the metro with various tasks.
When you see the impact that you have on people's lives and you realize the impact, I think one thing about aging is everyone's getting old. It's pretty universal regardless of any other, background influences. It's the one thing that everybody can relate to.
Their impact on the senior population caught the eye of the Golden Valley Rotary Club, which honored Help at Your Door with its Business of the Year award.
It's really a great feeling to see that we're being recognized.
That recognition is only possible thanks to the people who volunteer their time.
They'll work hard.
Gilbertson has used the service for 4 years now, and she's grateful for all they do.
It makes such a difference to, have somebody you can count on and that shows up.
This is Grom's first time coming to help Gilbertson with her yard work, and it likely won't be his last.
She was so thankful, so appreciative. It just makes it so easy for us to want to help her out. And I think this is something I could do every year.
There is a small fee to help pay for the various services provided, services that also include transportation and grocery pickup. And the nonprofit is always looking for more volunteers. If you'd like to sign up, we have a link on our website at ccxmedia.org. This weekend, a first-of-its-kind event in the northwest suburbs celebrating South Asian culture. A holiday bazaar featuring small businesses will set up shop at a location in Brooklyn Center. About 30 vendors selling a variety of Indian and Pakistani clothing, jewelry, art, and other goods will be on hand. Organizers say it's a great way to find gifts you won't find anywhere else for the Diwali and Christmas holiday seasons. The event takes place Sunday from 11 until 5 at a South Asian nonprofit located at 6645 James Avenue North. We'll have more information on our website, ccxmedia.org.
The Wayzata boys soccer team was aiming to defend its Class 3A state championship early Friday morning in Minneapolis. Their opponent, Maple Grove, was in the title game for the first time in 25 years. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
Both Wayzata and Maple Grove earned their way into the Class 3A state championship by winning thrilling overtime games in the state semifinals. Just 2 minutes in, Charlie Pillar corner kick, good hit, Aiden Judicus header, top shelf right corner in. Trojans get out of the gates in a hurry. They take a quick 1-0 lead. Midway through the first half, Wayzata with another corner. Different approach here. Pillar to Jeremy Corderio, back to Pillar. Left foot, ball skips around. Guess who? It's Judicus again. Same result as the first corner. The Trojans capitalized on 2 set pieces to take a 2-0 lead. The Trojan defense was locked in from start to finish, and Wayzata rides it out, winning 2-0 going back-to-back in Class 3A. They complete an unbeaten season with a 20-0-2 record, and it's the first time a boys soccer team in Minnesota won consecutive state titles since Anoka in 2014 and 2015.
Extremely proud of this group. They were locked in from day one. We've been focusing on defending from the very first day of training, and couldn't be more proud of how we defended all season long.
In Minneapolis, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
Wayzata's girls soccer team lost 7-2 to Edina in the team's regular season finale last month. The rematch, this time with the state championship on the line, was much closer. Chaz Moots has more.
Edina and Wayzata both ranked 1 and 2 in the state tournament, both won by 2 or more goals in the quarterfinals and semifinals. In the first half, Izzy Engel, Metro Player of the Year from 36 yards out, nearly in, but Sophie Alvarez gets a hand on it, bats it out of bounds. No team scored in the first half. After the break, 43rd minute, Anna Connor pops the ball up. Engel gathers, goes left, shoots left, far side post, it goes in. Edina strikes first, up 1-0 on the Trojans. Later in the second half, Wayzata with a corner kick. Anya Munyon takes it. Freshman Lauren Craig makes it. She might have got some help from the keeper. It would stand as a goal, and the Trojans tie it up at 1. 68th minute, Edina back on the attack. The Hornets push it up to Engel. The Notre Dame commit outruns everyone and then sends the ball to the back of the net for the go-ahead score. Edina takes the lead 2-1. They wouldn't give it up, earning their first state championship since 1986. Wayzata ends their season with a 20-2 record, despite several injuries to key players along the way.
Obviously, we missed Grace and we missed some of our better defenders, but I think overall we were able to help out all of our other defenders on the field, and we had some good attack even without Grace.
In Minneapolis, Chaz Moots, CCX Sports.
The state volleyball tournament begins Wednesday in St. Paul. A familiar team will again represent Section 5 in Class 4A. The top-ranked Wayzata volleyball team taking on number 3 Champlin Park Wednesday for the Section 5 4A championship. Stella Swenson gets the ball across to her sister Olivia for the kill, and the Trojans take a 7-3 lead in the first set. Katie Kelsenberg played well in the match and delivers an ace serve here. It's 12-4 Wayzata. Stella Swenson, quick set to Riley Kurth for another point. The Trojans take the first set 25-14. Second set, the Rebels Reese Axness with a back set to Carly Gilk, who puts the ball away for a kill. It's 4-3 Champlin Park, and later the Rebels went up 6-5. That would be their last lead of the night. Stella Swenson with a setter down for a point puts the Trojans up 7 at 18-11. Then it's Stella again to Olivia for another kill. Instead of rolling, they win the second set 25-12 to go up 2-0. And they don't let up in the third. Their defense solid all night. Kelsenberg with a block on the attack from Gilk. Wayzata wins the third and final set 25-10, with Liv Swenson delivering the match-winning point. Trojans sweep and are now 31-0 and heading back to the state tournament for a 4th straight year. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.